शिवाय नमः ॐ शिवाय नमः शिवाय नमः ॐ शिवाय नमः.
Facts and stories about Mahashivratri by Raghavan uncle. Over to you, Raghavan.
Shivratri and Mahashivratri. Okay, now what is Shivratri? Anybody knows? Any child? Any idea? We come across Shivratri. I'll just brief you. See, the 14th day of every lunar month, okay, or the day before the new moon, when it is totally dark, that's called Shivratri. So every month if you have Shivratri, then there are 12 Shivratris in a year. Then what is Mahashivratri? Mahashivratri is the day in the month during February and March. Now what happens generally in the northern hemisphere? The planetary positions are set up in such a way that there is a natural upsurge of energy. Upsurge means there is a sudden increase in the energy in the human beings. In all human beings, it is all a natural process, a process which is created by nature. So what nature is trying to do? It is trying to push us towards spiritual peak. That means we have lot of thoughts about God, and lot of people start meditating, and so this is the day Mahashivratri. Okay, so what happens generally? Right from the morning you start worshipping the gods. You go to the Shiv temple, and you put apply the sandalwood paste, and you also offer the bilva leaves to Lord Shiva, and then you do the fasting throughout the day. Why it is done? Because there is a lot of energy already in the body. So when we start eating, then it will create more problems for us. Okay, so what we do, we generally try to avoid food. We have less food. What Shiva likes is more milk. He likes fruits, so we generally have milk, fruits. We can have tea. We generally avoid all these non-veg food and all. Okay, and then the most important thing is during the night. Now what happens? We have to stay awake in the night. Why? Because that is the time when actually the God appears in the form of he does the cosmic dance. Okay, now in the darkness and when there is ignorance, there is a ignorance in the darkness. Now that is when the God actually shows us the light. By actually we see because of the energy rise. So what we need to do during the night is we need to do a lot of meditation. We need to do a lot of chanting of mantras, which will help us in what way? It will help us to purify the environment, to bring good positive thoughts. Okay, and that will help build our energy levels better. So that's why it is said that whatever meditation you want to do, even on that particular day, if you do in the year, that is enough. Okay, so children, keep this in mind. And Shiva really comes in the form of, he does this Nritya Tattva or cosmic dance. Okay, of course we can't see it, but that's how it is. So this is what is Mahashivratri. When the planetary positions are in such a way that there is a sudden rise in our energies, and we start doing a lot of spiritual activities. Okay, so let's see the slide. See, as I said, Shivratri, the 14th day of every lunar month of the day, or the day before the new moon. So it is total darkness. Okay, and that is the time when actually the God is saying that, okay, you need to understand that there is so much spirituality which needs to come out from you, and he actually shows us the way. And why is Mahashivratri celebrated? The northern hemisphere positions are such in the planet that is a sudden upsurge of energy. So we need to do a lot of meditation, and we can do Vedic mantras, chanting as well, and it will clean us. It will give us divine thoughts. It will give us purity in our mind. Divinity will come in us. Okay, are you getting it, children? Okay, then let us see what are the do's and don'ts. Now, what do we offer to Lord Shiva and what we should not offer to him? Very important thing. now what are the do's here? What do we offer to Lord Shiva? We offer Bel Patra. Now Bel Patra is very close to Lord Shiva, because there are 3 leaves in that. Okay, so 3 leaves signify the 3 the 3 worlds. Okay, Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. There are many such 3 things which are there, and Bel Patra is very close to Lord Shiva. So that is why he always likes this this part only, that the 3 leaves in the Bel Patra. Okay, then we can also see the other do's. Can we just see food offerings like milk and milk made items? Now this is very important, because Lord Shiva likes milk and any milk made items only. Okay, not anything else. Then we chant the mantra Om Namah Shivaya. What does it mean? Children, any idea? We always say, we have heard about Om Namah Shivaya. What does it mean? Any idea? See, Om is something which is eternal. There is no beginning, no end. So what we say, Lord Shiva is totally, he is like an eternal. He is not finite. He is eternal. That is why he is God, So we don't know where he starts and where he ends. Okay, that is Om Namah Shivaya. We say, we offer our prayers to Lord Shiva, who is immortal and eternal. And fasting is recommended. Okay, on this day, as we said. Then what are the don'ts? We should never wear black color on this day. Okay, and stay away from all the food items like rice, wheat, pulses, and non-veg food. We should never disrespect elders. Very important. Always treat elders with love, affection. Eat prasad. Don't eat prasad offered to Shiva. Then don't offer tulsi leaves. Tulsi leaves is offered to goddess Lakshmi. Okay, so it is not offered to Lord Shiva. And don't use turmeric and other flowers like champa and ketki. Okay, so these are the don'ts. Right? So are you getting this, children? Any doubts? Can you say yes or no?
Sir, what?
Are you getting?
Sir, what is the meaning of Bel Patra?
Bel Patra is a 3 leaves. You have seen in the temples. When people go and offer, it's a set of 3 leaves. It's a very pure. It's a divine tree. Basically, it gives lot of benefits. Actually, when you keep it on the lingam and keep it with you, it will basically spread lot of good things around. So it is a very, very good auspicious tree. Leaves basically. Okay, Bel Patra.
Okay, sir.
You can ask.
Thank you.
We will show it to you. Okay, right. So let's go to the stories now. Can we understand a little bit about the stories? I'll tell you a couple of stories. One will be about Nilkant. Shivji is also called Nilkant. Why is blue in color? Anybody? How he turns blue in color?
Yes, sir. Because he swallowed the poison lake of Ganga river.
He swallowed.
The ocean. The ocean.
He swallowed the poison, and that's why his neck was blue, and was called Nikantha.
Yeah. What happens during the churning of the ocean? The ocean manthan, what they call. What happens? Both the demons, the asuras and the devas, they go to, basically they want to take the nectar. Okay, but what happens? What comes out is poison. That is called hala hala. Okay, this poison comes out. So what happens is Lord Shiva, all the gods, they immediately rush to Lord Shiva, because this poison suddenly it spreads in the form of fumes, in the air and water. So it can immediately destroy. It can cause a lot of destruction of the universe. So immediately the gods rush to Lord Shiva, and Lord Shiva then decides to drink that ocean, because there is no other way. But then as he starts drinking, it can go into his body, So as it reaches the throat, Goddess Parvati immediately holds his neck, and that is why if you see the entire this ocean is stuck here in the throat, and That is how the blue color he gets throughout, Okay. Now, one other very interesting story I want to tell about, this hunter who goes to the forest. Now, he's there in the forest and he starts killing lot of small birds, and he's very happy with that. But he gets very late in the evening, and then suddenly a lion comes after him. So what he does, he has to climb up the tree. So he climbs up the tree and sits there, hoping that the lion will go away. But the lion doesn't go away; it sits there only below the tree. Now this hunter, he has to. Why he starts plucking the leaves and starts dropping down.
Oh, this tree. I know the story.
Okay. Yeah. I will. Yeah. So why does the hunter, pluck the leaves and throw it down in the night? Can you tell me?
Sir, your voice is not audible.
Hello. Is it clear now? Hello.
Yes. Yes.
Why does the hunter, pluck the leaves and throw it down? Why is he plucking those leaves?
He plucks the leaves and throw it on that lion.
No. Actually, what happens?
Lion or tiger, and it reaches, and it is and the tree, inside the tree it was Shivlinga. He was doing that puja. That's why.
Correct. But then that he was not aware. See, why is he plucking the leaves? Because in the night, if he falls asleep, then he will fall down and the lion will eat him. So he has to stay awake. Correct. He cannot sleep on the tree. He will fall down anytime. So he plucks the leaves and starts throwing down. But he is not aware that there is a linga down. Very good. There is a linga down. So what happens in the morning when the lion goes away? He climbs down and then he finds there is a linga on which he was actually, this was a Shivaratri night. It was a Mahashivratri night on which he was doing. He was not aware. And he was on the top of the Belpatra tree. So he was plucking the leaves and actually offering it to Lord Shiva, because there was a lingam down. And that is why Lord Shiva then blessed him. And he pardoned him for all the sins he did. And he
purified his mind.
Yes, very good. Right?
And he becomes the king of that district.
Very good. Okay, so this is why we have to, offer the Bel Patra leaves to Lord Shiva, which he likes very much. Okay, and Mahashivratri is also called because this was on this day that Lord Shiva married Goddess Parvati. Okay, so there are many reasons why it is called Mahashivratri. Okay, any doubts? Thank you so much.
Thank you, Raghavan.